Oh, I like that support. Hello, Comic-Con. It is so good to be here in New York City at Madison Square Garden with all of you. I can't see your beautiful faces, but I know that they're intelligent. I know that they are deep. I know that they are the best fans around because guess what? I turned into one of them. Yes. My friends, we have 134 days left in Droughtlander. It doesn't sound like that much. I mean, like Christmas is right around, no? Too long. Okay. I had the honor of just coming from Fraser's Ridge a couple of months ago. And I know we've got a couple of pictures from my visit. I did a set visit with many people from the cast and the crew. I dove into the world and the magic that is Outlander just a couple of months ago, and I am in deep, my friends. I am right with you, and I'm so happy to be doing this with you today. So let's go ahead and get it kicked off, because we want to hear from these folks. How about we do the virtuoso of all words first, Ms. Diana Gabaldon. Every fan in here is so grateful for you. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you.
And up next, let's invite the executive producer, Meryl Davis. And executive producer, the man that makes it happen, Ron Moore. Get yourselves together because Lord John Gray is about to put you on video. David Barry. Aunt Jocasta herself, my friends. It's Maria Doyle Kennedy. Yes! The character we all knew we needed back so badly in our lives, Myrta Duncan LaCroix. So much love. I see a lot of folks on their feet already, so stay there because the king of men, Jamie Fraser, Mr. Sam Heughan. And I'm going for it. I'm gonna call her the queen of all women because she is everyone's favorite Sassenach, Katrina Ball.
All right.
All right. Yes, happy birthday. I didn't say it, Katrina. Somebody else did. We are celebrating today with so many of these great people, but a couple of faces are missing, as I'm sure you're noticing. So, a little message for you from Sophie Skelton, and Richard Rankin. Let's take a look. Woo.
Hi, New York Comic Con.
We're sorry that we can't be with you all. We are really sorry we can't be with you all, but we have a good reason.
Very good reason. We are in Scotland filming season 5 of Outlander.
Slange. But we didn't want to miss out on all the fun, so
We thought it'd be fun to answer some of your questions. Luckily, Adzo has just brought over this bucket.
Oh, how convenient. Thanks, Adzo.
Thanks, Adzo.
Here we go. Questions from fans. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
What do you like most about filming at Fraser's Ridge?
Ooh, I like the mud and the rain and the coldness.
Fraser's Ridge is such a beautiful location, though, isn't it?
That's why we call it Fraser's Fridge, because everyone likes
Fraser's
fridges. Especially like standing in a fridge. It's really nice.
It's magnificent, though. It's like a painting.
What are your favorite things to do during downtime between scenes? Just hanging out.
Yeah,
Just hanging out.
We have a lot of fun hanging out. What do we do? But there isn't much downtime.
don't really
We've
get
been very busy,
downtime.
but you know what?
Eat.
We've been doing a lot lately. Taking photos of you.
He takes really good photos, actually. Takes a lot of photos on
It's
set.
been quite good fun, hasn't it? Taking fancy the location and the costumes and
And the lack of rain.
each other's company.
No, thanks.
How would you describe Roger's relationship with Jamie? How did you and Sam prepare for this? Complex. Yeah, Sam and I basically had a wrestle, went to the gym lots, basically got sweaty together.
Who won the wrestle?
There was no wrestling. Do you think Roger and Brianna ever get tempted to just pop back to the future for a night off, film, fast food, shower?
Yes. Yes.
I think every single day they think that. Just, sneak off to the stones
But they don't
and
have
go for
enough
it in and
gems
out.
to just do that.
Oh,
That's pretty
that's
rich,
true, yeah.
Roger should probably buy Brianna more diamonds and then they could travel back and forth.
Roger ain't got no monies.
That English was impeccable. That wasn't painful at all.
Oh, well, I love you.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, thanks for your questions, everyone.
Outlander returns February the 16th.
Yes, but in the meantime, we've got a special something for you.
What is it?
What is it?
We have a first look at season 5 for you.
Enjoy, everyone, and have fun.
See you very soon.
This is like playing Madison Square Garden. This is unreal. You all are spectacular. I just have to compliment the fans one more time because I know you all are so excited to hear from all of these people. This journey that we're about to go on is intense, is it not? This next season 5?
It's okay.
It's okay. Ron, Meryl, let's start with you then. And since they're not here, Sophie and Richard, we're so glad we got to see them, but their development of their relationship and what we just saw in there's a lot that's about to go on. Can you give us a highlight from Brianna and Roger this season?
Well, obviously, they're in a time they're not used to, and Roger is going to struggle a bit to acclimate to a place he's never been before and is not prepared for, as is Brianna. And obviously, after last season with everything that Brianna went through, that's going to be difficult for them, that she's still dealing with the after effects of the bonnet attack and everything that's going on. So I think we're seeing a couple that's newly married and trying to navigate this new world and their situation with, post-attack, where she's still dealing with the ramifications of that attack.
And it's no easy picnic being Jamie Fraser's son-in-law is the other thing that Roger will discover. That's a very complicated relationship that will continue throughout the season. And the two of them, like Meryl said, they go on an interesting adventure together that are, guided by the path that Diana's laid out for us. And I think it's going to be a really strong season for those two characters.
The wrestle, as he mentioned, was exciting. As was the sauna we had together.
Is that in the deleted scenes then?
Yeah,
You
that's
see
the
that?
extras.
Great. So also for Ron or Meryl, I guess, when I was there and we talked so much about Scotland doubling very well for North Carolina, what was it like shooting Scotland as the Carolinas then?
Well, I mean, this is our second season doing that, and every year we say to each other, oh, it's going to be easy this season. Like, we've got more standing sets, and it's no problem. And every year we surprise ourselves with new amazing sets by Gary Steele, who, I mean, when you see the big house, the big house is called the big house for a reason. It's phenomenal. And, I think our whole art department and Greens department and everyone else has done an amazing job, as usual, recreating North Carolina and Scotland. And I just am amazed every year how our crew just continues to kind of one-up themselves and create a world that's just spectacular.
Yeah, I think it's really remarkable how we sell the idea of colonial America in Scotland. I mean, last season, you saw a bit of it. You started to see, them touching base in certain locations and certain towns. And then this season, it expands, and you just kind of feel the world open up a little bit more. I really feel that this season, you really believe they're truly in colonial America, and you kind of feel the onrushing, American Revolution is over the horizon, and sort of there's a tension in the air, and it's a great season. It really looks and feels like a period.
Diana, which new character introduced in season 5 are you most excited for all of these folks to meet?
Ooh, let's see.
Is it Adso?
It can't be Atso.
I was trying to remember whether he was introduced in season 4 or season 5. If he's season 5, then yes, it's that. So
Atso. Beautiful, by the way. What would you say, what's been your favorite scene in season 5? Because you've seen everything thus far that has been brought to life. Because you think in scenes and you work in that beautiful kaleidoscope you describe. What's that vision or that one moment?
well, the thing that I've liked best most recently, and I trust I'm not giving anything away nor naming no names, but the words "fucking bastard snake" were spoken.
For the woman.
I don't remember you writing that.
I don't either.
I was gonna say for the vocabulary on the end over there.
Beautiful improvisation, I think.
It is.
I thought so too. Yeah.
Let's do a little something for Duncan. You know, so many. Yes.
Ah,
Hey. So many of these characters keep living on in the books. Yours does not. How do you find that to be a positive or a negative, trying to act and find your character without the guide of the book?
Well, I've always just taken the scripts as my source material. It's been kind of funny, you know, that the writers, I think, have done such a great job. I can't reveal too much about season 5 without a roadmap, tying things together. I think personally, it's kind of ramped up every season for me, so it's got juicier and juicier. And I think the best work I've done on the show is you're gonna see next season. So I'm looking forward to seeing what people think.
it's interesting, you know, because this character was obviously created by Diana, but the writers have really gone with it, and I think that, you know, Duncan made Murta. I think he's really brought him to life, and we all want a Murta in our lives, and.
Amen.
I have to agree. My husband has watched the entire series with me, and Murta, when you came, his face, he started tearing up. I mean, it was such an emotional scene, right? Yes. Well, we all did, but I thought that was really impressive.
But
okay.
I will say really quickly, the reason we did bring Murta back is because we love Duncan so much, and we didn't want to let him go.
Oh, guys. Thank you.
So on that note, a fan asked me, and I thought it was a really good question, could you tell us what you think Murta's theme song might be?
Ace of Spades by Motorhead, I think. That's not
Sing it. Okay, and by the way, if there's ever a question that feels uncomfortable, we do have shots of whiskey that you can partake in
Yes.
as an alternative, because they're going to get more difficult, the questions, of course.
great.
You got to start softball-y and then dive in. So let's do this. How about David? Yes. You got quite a...
That's me.
If you were not Lord John Grey, and wanted perhaps more controversy in a character, at least, because I think you're all but perfect from my point of view, right? Yeah? I know, it's tough. Is there another character that you would want, or something that you'd like to write yourself for Lord John Grey?
Another character in the
That
show?
you would want to play in the show?
Oh,
Or
character I want to play in the show. Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
Blimey, galah.
Truth.
Strength. I got really Australian there, didn't I?
truth, mate. What?
Did you write any Australian characters?
I think
Diana?
no, I didn't. But yeah, I'm such a talent. I could play any character. I'm gonna take Claire, Jamie. Look, give me any one of them. I'm happy to take it.
Actually, I
Happy to
did a Snapchat thing on David where it turns a man into a woman, and
Yep.
it could have been Katrina's sister.
Sure, make it
was
happen.
Quite uncanny.
I think you're
I'll do it.
going to play Claire next season, no?
That's a spoiler. That is
Oh,
a spoiler.
Sorry.
The transformation will amaze you. My acting
Is
chops.
this the musical version?
Another spoiler, and I'm not going to get into it.
can you, Maria, is there any way you could tell us from season 5? Yes, Maria's getting some love.
I'm just going to have to go to the whiskey really soon. I know I am.
Just tell me and I'll hand it over. I'm just saying. I bartended, so I can wait tables here. Maria, is there a favorite moment, a funny something, a cast something from season 5 that was a highlight for you?
Oh, jeepers, there were so many, but I can't, I'm just going to give the game away completely. I'm terrible at this.
Mrs. Blooper.
Mrs.
Mrs. Blooper.
I'm just going to blurt. No, there were many, but if I tell you about them, I'll reveal something that I'm not really supposed to. So you better just give me the whiskey.
Nice. See, and then more answers come. You see how this works?
Have a national reputation to maintain.
You two
That's
do
my
very
girl.
well. Yes.
With an E. Katrina and Sam, producers this season. Do you think, and how do you think, we will see that impact on season 5?
If it's good, then
Then we will take all credit. And if there's any complaints, just don't call us. No, it's been really interesting to be able to see sort of the behind the scenes and the work that goes on. I think a lot of this has been us observing and learning, and I think that was very important to us to see what great work that they do behind the scenes on Outlander, and just watching how each individual department, the work that they do, you know, we have the most incredible crew back in Scotland, and you know, being able to sit in on production meetings and hear what each one of them contribute has been just eye-opening. And you know, as actors, you sort of show up on the day and it's like, oh, look at everything that got made. But to be able to see that process has been really interesting.
yeah, I think absolutely that, and you know that every, also in those production meetings, every department is there, and it was important for the actors to be there as well, I think, and to also have a say. And actually, I think we help give advice as much as they give advice to us. You know, we can give our input, and I think that's been really rewarding. And also in the scripts as well, you know, we've been privy to sort of early drafts, which has been really great to be on board from the beginning.
This is a story driven by a love story, Jamie and Claire. Season 5 is pivotal and changing, ever changing. What can we expect within season 5 and your love story?
Oh, wow, in our love story. You know, it's so wonderful to be able to play a relationship that keeps growing and growing and deepening and deepening. And I think that that's something that you really see evidence of this season. It's just that time and just the love that they have for each other. It just keeps expanding. And, you know, you don't think that that's possible from season 1, but it really does. I mean, they're there for each other no matter what. They support each other through really tough times. And it's just their knowledge of each other and how intimately they know what's going on inside each other. I think it's really beautiful.
Yeah, they're a great unit. You know, they're great partnership. They're looking for their family and for their extended family. But yeah, together I think they're really strong. And we had a scene the other day, and I don't want to give away too much, but we made love, I think, without making love, if you know what I mean. And for me, that's what we were trying to do. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Like phone sex or something? What?
There are no phones.
Text, lots of text.
Oh, right, sorry.
Emojis.
But between the two of you, as people, you're getting to know each other better. As Sam and Katrina, have you found that you've learned something, even though you know each other so well?
I have learned he's a ridiculous human being.
Well, I think you knew that earlier, though, no?
That's true.
But recently, have you learned anything about each other that might be surprising to others?
I think it's just our friendship is like we've been working so closely alongside each other now for 6 years, and it is true. Like we sort of have a second hand with each other, and I just know exactly what he's thinking so many times. And
Yeah, I think that's it. We know each other, and I can tell, you know, if she's upset or if you've got a sticking point, or if you're I'm just gonna go.
Do you want some whiskey?
You want a whiskey?
Yeah,
He needs a
whiskey,
whiskey
please.
stat, man.
Here's to making love without making love.
I can take it. Oh, he's not finished. Okay. Okay, I'll let you finish because the next question is for you. You may need another. Thank you. If Sam, if season 5 Jamie could go back through the stones to tell season 1 Jamie.
He can't go to the stone.
Okay. All right. This is hypothetical. But if he could go and go back in time to season 1 Jamie, what would he warn him about in season 5?
Don't go near her. Your life is gonna be a mess.
You love it.
I mean, she's just turns his world upside down, and I think every time Jamie looks at her, I think he sees his own demise. In that he knows he.
Are we on the same show?
It's his power, right? No. He knows that he would do anything for her. He would die for her, and I think that's it.
That's the reason Outlander exists, though, isn't it?
It is.
The belief in that love, that it's possible that people could go through time for each other or lay down their lives or climb mountains or swim seas or also just endure, that the love lasts, I think, is the most incredible thing about it. That's what we see in this season, I think. That it's, yeah.
It's good. Okay, Katrina, I visited, and I hope I can say this, within the house, the surgery.
Yes.
Okay. And you were saying, we were talking about, it gets much more medical, you dive right in, and there are some times where people are truly coming up to you asking if you can help them. And you think that in some instances, you think at first, yeah, I could.
Yeah. Why? I mean, of course, somebody's got a, intruding something in their stomach. I'm like, yeah, I'll cut that open. I've got my little scalpel.
But tell me about Claire and the surgery a bit.
No, so it's really interesting. I mean, this season in particular, I don't think it's too much of a tell, but, or is it? I don't know. Can I talk about it?
I'm not sure what you're going to say.
Yeah.
What she finds?
I think I'd skip around it.
Oh, God. So she's in her surgery. But no, it's really interesting. I think it's that combination of Claire using her knowledge from the 60s and using what's around her to just try and keep everybody safe at the Ridge. And she's created this amazing surgery, and we've got this beautiful, beautiful set. And it's just, I get to do lots of different operations this season, and it's quite cool.
That's worth the saying. It's for everybody now. If you could, and I love this question because I felt like there's so many points in the show that I say, oh no, they're gone. And Diana and I was interviewing Diana yesterday. She said, well, with my books, you can never be sure that they're really gone. And I'd like to ask who you would bring back, if you could.
Does Diana get to answer this?
Sure. Yes, because I asked her in an interview, so she'll answer.
When I kill them, they stay dead.
But if you could.
I mean, no offense to Murtaugh or Duncan, but you should stay dead.
Anybody else have a character that they just miss and they would love to see again?
Well, I would say, I mean, in addition to Murtaugh, obviously Angus and Rupert and Dougal.
Dougal and
That's where I was going. I love
you
Angus.
could totally have brought them back. That's fine. Yeah, they didn't die in the book, so they're fine to keep them back.
Galis, I liked Galis.
Galis. Yep.
Are you sure she's dead?
See? Speaking of Diana, how's it going? Book
Yes,
9?
Diana.
We're getting there, right?
We're getting there, yeah. Let's put it this way. Your normal book is about like this. Bees right now is about like this. Yeah, we're getting there.
And there are copies under each of your seats if you look right now.
All right. How about this? I always, as we're watching, and I don't know about all of you, but often my husband will say, "Oh, I would just want a shower so badly." If you were in that time, what is the modern luxury that each of you would be missing most?
A flushing toilet.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, that's unanimous.
God.
Yeah.
Unless there's another.
Television, man.
Yeah. You wouldn't
Mobile
have
phone, I
Outlander.
think.
Your phone, yeah. All right. So one of the fans had a great one. They said that their favorite word from the series is bumf, B-U-M-F. And Diana's such a wordsmith and such a wonder. We talked yesterday about what her favorite word from the series is. Do you all have a favorite word or a saying or something that sticks to you?
There's a lot of words in there.
I mean, one that sticks to
What
me
are your
is
favorite words?
Jesus H. Roosevelt Christ.
Bonnie Lass.
I think the Scottish words are definitely, still vibrant in the show. But yeah, I think Sassenach is a good one.
I'm hoping, now that we're talking Scottish words, and I almost everyone on the panel has some sort of accent. I thought we're in New York City. Should we do a little New York accent? Yeah. With some Outlander lines?
Oh, brilliant.
I know. I'm just gonna ask if you can do it. So I'm gonna hand them out. Sam, I've highlighted, which I'd like for you all. Again, the shot, is a possibility. I have one down here. David, I have one for you back here, Maria. Hold on, one. I just forgot it over here.
You don't want to see Ron do a New York accent.
Sam, I feel like you're ready.
Oh, wow. Okay. I've got to get into character here. Hey, you're one of the first lass I kissed, but I swear you'll be the last.
Where am I?
All right.
The idea of grinding your corn does tickle me.
Very good.
It's good. It's going well. Can you do I think it's the Myrta one.
Okay. Myrta, look at me. Out of breath already after hardly an hour. I've gone a bit more valley now. I'm like, God. It's the air. Arses and arses and armpits. Too many people. The city reeks of the chamber pot.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Awesome.
I feel like I'm going to sound like Travolta. Do you know what it is to love someone and never be able to give them peace or joy or happiness?
You listen to me. If you ever raise a hand to me again, Jamie Fraser, I will cut out your heart and I will eat up a breakfast. Do you understand me?
Yes. It was really good. That was all I dreamed and more. Thank you so much. I feel like the other thing that I learn is that as I only have read a little bit, and I have full plans to read all the books because I love to read. I love what you've done with everything so far, Diana. But you love these words. You love the deep, really difficult. What was the one word you told me yesterday?
Absquatulate. Yeah.
So tell us what that means.
To absquatulate means to leave or to run away with something or somebody in a secretive manner. So Lord John absquatulates out of the window with Jamie at the end of Written in My Own Heart's Blood.
What does it mean again?
It means to scram out of the place.
So
I was hoping it meant something else.
Which part of the... To all of the cast, which one of the cast is most likely to absquatulate from set?
Duncan.
I was even going to say myself, unfortunately. Yeah.
Guilty. Yeah.
And I'm going to use Diana because this is, at this point, I just need her help. This word I really liked.
Borborygmy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a rumbling or gurgling sound caused by the movement of gas in the intestines.
So, Rollo, Adzo, or the horses? Who's most likely for us to hear?
Borborygmy.
The horses.
Alfie the horse.
Alfie.
Yeah.
It used to be Duncan's horse and has been passed on to other people. But
Yes.
it still remains the same.
I think young Ian has now taken over the fartiest horse in all of Christendom. No.
Still farts on cue, though. Which is
That's what Richard was telling me, that he was farting on cue, the horse, just every time he started.
Every time he takes a step.
Yeah, it was in season
a
1
release.
when we were riding back to Castle Leoch. Jamie and Katrina on the horse. Sam and Katrina, sorry. The horse behind me, and I was on the horse in front, and literally every step he was just farting in their faces.
And we're trying to keep a serious face. So in
We're
that
so
scene, you
tired.
actually see my head is down like that because I'm just laughing my ass off.
All right, final one. Which cast member is the biggest?
Coccygodynia, which means a pain in the region of the coccyx. Coxyalgia, coccygodynia, a pain in the ass.
It's a nasty question.
I think
It
it's
could
got to
just
be
be in the jest way,
got
in
to
the
be
fun
Rollo
way.
the dog.
Yeah.
Rollo is tough.
Yes.
He's tough. He's beautiful, but he just does what he likes.
Ron and Meryl, if we had to say there was, and I know there are so many people because I visited that set, and what an operation you have out there. If there has to be a group or an unsung hero that doesn't get enough love, who is that?
I mean, our crew, just in general. I mean, I don't think we can single out anyone, but I mean, we would not be here without our crew. They are there the first thing. They leave. They're the last to leave. They don't get the attention we get, obviously, and we would not be here without them. They're amazing. They come to work every day with a smile on their face and are still cheerful after 6 years, and we love them. I mean, it's the reason we're still in Scotland.
Beautiful. For the cast, and Maria, let's start with you. If you could send a character, Aunt Jocasta, to any other era in time, which would that be?
I was thinking about this earlier on today, and I just can't get it out of my head. And I think it's probably something to do with being in New York as well. I'd love to be able to go back and hear Billie Holiday sing live. So,
David?
I just want to see a dinosaur, is really what I want to say. So that's my answer.
Duncan?
Where we would go, where I would send Myrta.
Where you would send Myrta? Let's try that.
Where in history would Myrta do most good?
Right now, I think.
Right now. Right now needs Myrta, yeah.
Sam and Katrina?
I was going to say I would send Claire to right now. I think she could do some stuff right now for women.
And I think I'd like to leave Jamie exactly where he is.
Yeah. Beautiful answer. All right, I think I want to save just a little time at the end so we can all do a shot and cheers to season 5. So I'm going to go ahead and ask if we can get to the fan questions, because I want to give all of you plenty of time to ask. So if we can get the Q&A prepared. Oh,
wow.
hello.
What?
What a good-looking bunch.
Because at the end of the day, this really is about all of you.
Sorry? Yeah. I'm behind her. Sorry. No.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's a lineup situation.
From Melbourne.
Hi.
Lady in Red looks amazing, by the way.
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm from New York. And my question is, I'm a costume designer. And my question is, do you have a specific costume piece or prop that helps you to really get into your character? And if so, what is it?
Ooh. Well, I think in the very beginning, it was always the corset. Once you put on those kind of undergarments, it just makes you just automatically transported to a different time. You know, that kind of very modern way that we carry ourselves and sit is automatically gone. So I think that's the most transformative piece of costume that I wear.
It used to be the kilt, but now it's the boots. I think the boots, I have great boots. Jamie has great boots, but yeah, they just give you more weight and like stability, and they just make you stronger, I guess.
Yeah, it's got to be the plaid, the kilt for me, all the way. Rolling into that big baby every morning and then let it fly.
I think it's my cane that I used so much, particularly at the beginning, to just help me find my way around without looking. And also the wig. Once I put on the wig, I disappear and I see her. I don't see myself anymore.
I gotta say it's all my clothes, because Lord John clothes are fabulous, and I walk on set and people go, "Damn," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Lord John." That helps me get in character.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Bianca. I live here in New Hampshire, but I'm actually from Brazil. Hi. I don't know if there's Brazilians here, but hello, hi, hola. First and foremost, I want to thank Katrina and say happy birthday. It was your birthday yesterday, and you have given us so much as Claire, and especially as Kate, because of what you stand for what you believe, for what you inspire us to be. I think I can say for me, for myself, and for every woman in here, that what you do is really important to us. So today, I would just like to give you something, if I can. I don't know. I brought you a gift from Brazil.
Thank you. Come get it.
Just to thank you. And just one thing, I would like help from David, Duncan, Sam. I don't know who else sings. I know David has a beautiful voice. Maria, you sing?
I do normally, but I actually lost my voice celebrating Katrina's birthday yesterday. So.
I know, but we haven't sung Happy Birthday to her, so I would
think
like
I know
you
this is
guys
going.
to help all of
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Katrina. Happy birthday to you.
Beautiful.
Wow, thank you. Not many people can say they got sung Happy Birthday to at Madison Square Gardens. That's pretty amazing. Thank you.
My question is, when Outlander ends, will you guys still live in Glasgow?
It's never going to end.
Yeah, what do you mean, end?
Well, it's going to end someday, right, Diana? I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess you just got to go where the work takes you sometimes, so yeah, it's hard to say.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'm from Delaware. Diana, I feel like I should curtsy. 25 years ago, I mean, there's many of us that, like, I became a trauma surgical nurse because of Claire Fraser. So I'm showing my age now also. But your whole story is about timing. And for so many of us, for years, we were like, oh, this needs to be made into a movie. This needs to be made into a mini-series. And I just want to thank Roger, and I want to thank the cast that, like, this is perfect timing. I feel like we've waited all this time for this. Specifically, I know 5-6 years ago with casting, there were some really bitchy fans when Katrina was cast that was like, she's too skinny, she's not Claire, she needs a cheeseburger. I want to apologize publicly for being that bitchy girl because, oh my gosh, you give me chills. I literally sit in my TV room, and I'm like, this is the woman who inspired me. This is my Claire Fraser. And I just want to thank you for that. And I want to apologize for being not understanding and not seeing that you were Claire Fraser those
Thank
5 years
you.
ago. And thank you, all of you.
I'll be really fast, I promise. Nicole, Long Island. I got to go to Scotland in August. They said that you guys were filming at Mid-Hope. Are we going to get to see Lallybroch again this season? Can you tell us?
You'll just have to watch, I guess.
Oh, come on, little maybe.
You'll get to see Adso, though.
Lallybroch is better than a cat sometimes.
My name is Zita. I'm from Los Angeles. My question is for Katrina. When I was watching the 4 seasons, I was so impressed by your confidence and poise when you're holding the medical devices, doing your surgeries, and your poise when you're facing adversity as the first female medical student at Harvard Med. My question for you is, how did you prepare for that aspect of your role?
Oh, we're really lucky. We have this amazing medical advisor on the show called Dr. Claire. And she's been with us from the very beginning, and I would be absolutely lost without her. Whenever we have a complicated medical procedure, I always meet with her. She talks me through exactly what I'm going to do, and everything from how you hold your scalpel to how to tie a one-handed knot to all of the different things. We also, last season, when we had, or maybe it was season 3, when we had a surgery in the 60s, and we had this incredible ER nurse who was there, and she had come in and she was like, no, it's all wrong. And she just went and changed just the layout of all the cotton swabs and things like that. So the detail is really incredible, and it helps me do the job so much. And it's just, I love learning just the procedures, and it's great because it's all, spongy bits, and I can't actually kill anybody when I'm doing it. But
Thank you.
thank you.
Hi, I'm Sheila from Melbourne, Australia.
Hi, Sheila.
Hi. But I'm
Sydney, but-
originally from Scotland. I want to thank Ron for the tiny details that are in the show. Fantastic. I pick up all the little Scottish bits. And to Diana, thanks for making a story about my family. My father was a farmer from Curtis. My mother was a World War II nurse in Northampton.
Wow.
So, my question is to Katrina. How has Claire changed from the day she stepped out of the car in Inverness?
Oh my God, in so many ways. I think when we first met Claire in season 1, she was just a very young woman who was allowing her life to sort of, I don't know, she wasn't living her life in the present in some ways. She was not connected to who she really was, I think, in many ways. And she was in a marriage that was fine, but not really true. And I think that it's like anyone, when you live your life to the fullest and with passion, like the passion that she found with Jamie, the passion that she found in her career, then you become a really just whole and full version of yourself. And I think that that's who we see Claire as now. And
thank you.
Hi, I'm Chastity from New Jersey. I've got my question on my phone, so I know exactly what I want to ask. A lot is emphasized in the show and in the books on the historical aspects of just the story itself. I really enjoyed the science part of it as a science teacher. And my question is for Diana and Katrina then. Claire finds herself in a lot of challenging situations with misunderstandings and misinformation about science all the time. So how is she able to hold that down and suppress it a little bit, not just want to come out with everything and try to fix all of it?
Well, she's a person of good sense. She understands how people work, as well as from the medical aspect, psychologically. And you can't just take someone and say, everything you know is wrong, listen to me. I mean, you see how well that works if you watch TV at all, you know. And no, this it's not going to get you anywhere. You have to start with people from where they are and draw them gently toward where you would like them to be. Sometimes this works and sometimes it doesn't, but that's the only effective way to do it, and she does.
Does it beautifully, by the way. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Genevieve. I'm from California. My question is for Katrina and Sam. Being that you have the unique opportunity to play these characters across such a wide age range, what adjustments have you made to your performance over the years to really convey the fact that they're at these different stages of their life, whether it's something in the physicality or any other nuances, you know, how they emote, things like that? And also, Sam, congratulations on Bloodshot. Really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think, you know, Jamie started off, he was this young man, he didn't have any responsibility, he was very hot-headed, he didn't think before he acted. And I think now he's become almost his uncle, I call him. I think he's a politician, he's a laird of sorts. So he's grown up. So yeah, he's become less tempestuous or less impulsive at times, but he's still got that Fraser fire. And I think he's an adult now, and I think that's been the marked difference. You know, we're playing obviously people that are older than us. I mean, way older than us. I mean,
so much older than us.
So much older. But it's fantastic, you know. And then there's the you know the appearance as well. You know, we have a great makeup team who do for myself, you know, a lot of shading, a lot of like the wig has more gray in it. So yeah, it's interesting to see how these characters have evolved. And you know, Jamie has more scars. I don't know if he has any more parts of his body that don't have a scar now, but it's been a wonderful journey to be on with him.
Yeah, I think it was just such a unique challenge, that ability to be able to play sort of someone who, you know, traverses 20 years, 30 years, sorry. And I think it's the one thing, it was really great in season 3 when we were playing. I think Claire had such an authority to her back in the 60s, but she had there was a reserved nature of her because she was not playing her, or she was not living her full self. And she was a compromised woman in some ways. And when she goes back to the past and back to Jamie, it was almost like, I feel like she's an ageless person when she's with him. And that's something that I love playing about her, is that together they're not old, you know, their hearts and their souls are ageless with each other.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Donna from Towson, Maryland, home of Under Armour. Sam. My question is for Sam. With so many irons in the fire that you have going with your charity and, you know, your fitness and your peakers and your movies and let's see what else, your new whiskey line and Outlander and Clanlands. Do you sleep ever? And the second part of the question is, do you have a particularly favorite season or scene in Outlander that spans from season 1 to 5?
Wow. 1 to 5. To be honest, actually, just Katrina saying there about season 3, you know, it was interesting to see these characters apart, to see who is Jamie Fraser without Claire, and he likewise was, you know, just a shell of himself. You know, he wasn't even living really. He found his way back. He found a sort of life, I think. But yeah, until they're together, they aren't themselves. And I think that for me was a really interesting exploration. I really enjoyed this stuff. There was a great storyline for Jamie in those first episodes in season 3. So yeah, that probably.
You're saying your best part was the bit that wasn't with me.
Yeah. Say it. Say it.
Over 5 years, that was your favorite stuff. I see how it is. Fine.
No, it was just following on from your comments. But my favorite scene of seasons 1 to 5, with the wedding scene, the wedding episode, yes.
So do you sleep ever, or?
It's been very busy, but I've been very lucky. And I think we all have. Katrina has a fantastic movie coming out, which you must all go see. With Matt Damon. Whatever.
And Christian Bale.
Christian who?
And Matt
Yeah,
Damon
so-
said that all of the scenes with her was his favorite, by the way.
True. Yeah, but can he ride a horse? Probably.
He's Matt Damon, man. He can do anything.
I love Matt Damon.
Apologies. Natasha, I'm from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Came all the way up here mainly for
Hi.
you guys, actually. And I'd like to thank Maria. You inspired me when I was in The Tudors and from Orphan Black. There was so much power, and I feel like you bring that to Jocasta, and as you do Katrina as Claire. But that being said, which one of you would do the most damage at a pub on a Saturday night?
I'd say we'd both give it a run for our money.
We've both been to a pub together a few
We
times,
have,
and
yeah.
it's pretty much neck and neck.
We
What do you reckon?
never leave very early. No.
I meant the whole cast here. Everyone.
Oh.
You too, Diana. Everyone.
I've also been to a pub with Diana, and she can also hold her.
Claire can do a lot of damage too.
But
So
she's never not drinking.
someone should put together a montage of Claire drinking.
Actually, I'd like to see that.
Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Hannah from Long Island. So I just want to start by saying I love you guys, and I know everybody gets really annoyed when everybody starts doing a big speech, but my mom started with the books, I started with the show, and then I got my mom into the show because she refused. She was like, nope, nobody's ever gonna make it, nobody's gonna beat it, it's not gonna happen. But I know you guys faced a lot of hardship with that, wanting to be just right and make it as authentic as you can. And coming into season 5, do you still feel that pressure?
I think the question. I mean, a really good point is that there's a lot of expectation. You guys love these characters, these books, and I think all of us, every single one of us, has felt some sort of pressure to get the character right. And
Yeah, I think we always feel that. There's an obligation to the people that love the books. There's an obligation to people who haven't read the books and only watch the show. And hopefully, if you're doing the job right, you're pleasing both audiences. And if you don't, then at least you've given your best effort towards that. And I think we always proceed in the spirit of honoring the books. This is the source material. This is the bedrock upon which the entire show is based. And we try to do our best version of that. And we have to make changes along the way, but we try to make what we consider good changes or interesting changes that are still honoring the spirit of what is Outlander, and that's still the way the show is produced to this day.
Also, sorry, that was much more graceful in my notes, but I had a few drinks, so just kind of shout out there.
I should add maybe that I've done a number of interviews over the last day or two, and for some reason, every single interviewer has said, have they done anything in the show that you really don't like? Which I'm saying, heck no. Did that sound convincing? Yes. No.
Very well.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, no, they have done a fabulous job with the show. I can't tell you how much I respect what they've done with it, because I, better than anybody, understands what a heck of a job it is to take something like this and make it into something crystal clear in a totally different shape. They've done just a fabulous job, and I'm so grateful to them.
Thank you.
Hello. I'm Agnes from Brazil, and I gave you the flag this morning.
Hey, thank you.
So my question is if Faith is still alive, but she's not a traveler time, what do you think gonna be different in this next season?
I mean, it's not dealt with in season 5, much to my recollection. I mean, it's something that comes out in later books, and I don't want to spoil it for anyone, so I'll pass that to Diana.
As far as anybody knows, Faith died in Dragonfly and Amber, And we haven't seen any trace of her since, so I wouldn't hold your breath.
And my question is that if Faith was alive, do you think that she would get along with Brianna if that happened? Any chance? Do you think that they would be friends or they would have like a lot of conflict?
Well, there'd be quite an age difference between them, if they ended up in the same time. Faith would be, 10 years older than Brianna would be? I don't remember. But they probably get along. They're both nice people, and they have very good parents to give them an example.
Thank you guys. We love you.
And thanks. Let's go ahead and make this the final question.
No pressure. I'm Jill, originally from New York.
Hi, Jill.
Hi. Now that you said hi, I'm losing my thought. But so we know the show's never ending, of course. But if it did, is there something you would take from set? And the most important one is who gets Adso, because Sam seems to think it's his cat. So it's just.
Well, actually, Eddie would probably kill Adso if I brought her home, so Sam might have to have her.
What would you take from set?
Ooh.
That you haven't already taken.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about, Ron?
God, what would I take?
I would like to take the sofas from River Run.
Oh
I'm
my
just
God,
so
yes.
in love with them. I
You
just
know what?
wanna, they're
You
so
can-
beautiful.
You can try, but I'm going to take that whole River Run place. I want to just set up in that place that you've built, and I'm going to take that house. I'm going to live in it.
Yeah, the big house is amazing.
I mean, it's pretty cool. Yeah. It's been my pad in Scotland, so that's what I'd take.
There's a beautiful
Bite me for
tree outside the great house, and
it's amazing.
It's so stunning. In fact, the whole area there, these beautiful trees, and
the address is no.
Yeah, it's a stunning location.
Have we got it?
I think I'd take a bit of costume, that leather jerkin that Murty used to wear in season 1 and 2. That was pretty kick-ass. I like that.
I think I'd have to steal something from Claire's surgery. Borrow.
Doesn't happen. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pass these out because I'd love for everybody
Yay.
to stand. And Sam, actually, yours I report over there. So
What?
skipping over you.
Got Ginger?
If you don't want, yeah.
I-
Hey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so everybody stand and let's go ahead and celebrate all together because season 5 is again just around the corner. To the outstanding cast, the crew, the creators, the writer.
To our fans.
Of why
Thank
we all
you.
are here. To Outlander season 5, everyone. Flaunt.
Thank you.
I don't have one.
Thank you, Ginger.
I'm forcing you to drink. Thank you all so much for having us this evening. Enjoy the rest of your time here at New York Comic Con. Congratulations, you guys.